today I want to go into perception, illusion, and how it fits into sorcery, and it is sorcery. And then also give you the definition of etymology. Etymology is etymology. The definition of etymology is the origin and the study of words, which is why I always bring up the letter J, which was brought up in Roman times, actually has a different origin and meaning behind it. That's why we find so many and that don't know what Yeshua is, or that Yeshua's actual name is Yeshua, he is the Christ. They use Jesus, that comes along with speaking in tongues and all this other stuff that plays into the origin of the word. Now, with that being said, I'm not saying that those who use the word Jesus and say Jesus, that they're not worshiping the same person. I'm not saying that, because it says in Isaiah chapter 67 and verse 1, all right, that those who are confused, all right, shall get a portion also. So if it says it in Isaiah that those that are confused shall also receive their portion, and then you have Yeshua saying, I will teach you my real name, and I will teach you, all right, you know, the truth behind everything, because a lot of people will be confused. I'm still confused and still learning, because I'm old, because you can never stop learning, and you can never know it all. There's never enough knowledge and wisdom to go around, never. Because once you start thinking that you know it all and all this other stuff, you fall right in the same category as Lucifer, which got him kicked out of heaven. So getting back, now that we have a good understanding of where J came from, like the J in the U.S. came from Rome 500 years ago, let's get back to the sorcery of things. Now, the sorcery of things, I would like to say is, and use an example, is the Hebrew people. A lot of people are waking up, it's coming out. You have a lot of world leaders that are telling the truth and stating this is what it is. It's very easy to understand in the Bible that this religion was the only thing that kept everything together, and a lot of blessings came from this religion. So we had a lot of people, and it started off with the Greeks, that tried to infiltrate it. By infiltrating it with money and the illusion of running it politically and economically and turning it into a business, turn it into what it is today. Because if we look at what is going on in the world, there's an optical illusion and a sorcery illusion when people can look at TV and see something and go out and repeat it. You'll go listen to a song, it's an illusion, it's sorcery. Then it gets up into your spirit. Now you're going out there, you're acting and you're imitating. That's the sorcery of things. How many times have we seen people that have an illusion, all right, of having gold, all right, a fancy car. Now you're caught up with the sorcery and the illusion that this material thing will make me great. It will make me a better person, when actually it doesn't. You make yourself a better person. You make that car. That car didn't make you. You make the car stand out. But since your self-conscious and that sorcery and that illusion has you under that curse of feeling that way, that's when people will attract to you, because now you're caught up in an evil manipulative sorcery illusion that's giving you the perspective of what something is. How many times have we been somewhere and we've seen a bum on the streets? But then you sit down and you talk to that bum and he's giving you all kind of knowledge. He's probably telling you stuff and giving you instances in your life, and you're just shocked. You're really, really shocked. He's very intelligent, he's just down on his luck. So, with that being said, if people have been through that, and I go through it all the time, I live in New York City, and I like talking to them because I know that they're very knowledgeable, because they've been through a lot in order to get to where they have and lose everything, which has taught them a lesson. So you listen to that lesson. But some people have the optical illusion that, you know, they're dumb, they don't know any better, which might be, you know, I'm not judgmental, so I can't say if it's the case or not. But the whole thing behind it is that It's an illusion that we give ourselves a perspective. So how many times have you been at work? And let's use this as an example. You know that you're smarter than the next person, and you know that you can put in more work and you deserve the money that they're getting because you could do a better job, but they've got you in a certain position. Have you all right? Now, the person that does have this position is giving everybody an optical illusion that they're that man or woman because of the way they dress, the way they act, the way their hair is. That's an optical illusion. How many females are the same female that wake up with their hair nappy, all right, all over the place, nails not done, lips all chapped, in the whole 9 yards, and you caught me licking my lips when I had to say that. So, and then, people look at them, I don't want to talk to her, look at me, crazy. She's looking all rough, and then she scared me. But then, you go get your hair, your nails done, throw on an outfit, you got your bag, you're good, your heels, boom, banging, you ready to roll out. Now all of a sudden, the same dude that was talking slick about you, he all over you. Why? Because you gave him that optical illusion. The sorcery of it to make him feel the perspective of you. That this is, of something that you are temporarily dressed up as. Manhattan's infamous for it. I know a lot of females that walk around here, all right, and there's 15,000 people in the crib. They staying in the projects. Half of them is trying to fake it until they make it. And I'm going to bring up that phrase also, which is an optical illusion. All right, and they come to Manhattan, they act like a superstar. Snotty nose, can't speak, and like they're all that. And they just spent their last little bit of check to go get the heels, the clothes, and everything for that one little day. They're broke for that one little day for the optical illusion to show everybody this optical illusion of something that they're dealing with inside. Because apparently if you have to go out and go broke to make yourself feel a certain way and dress a certain way and give out an illusion to somebody of something that you're not, to fit in to a socialistic group, which is another optical illusion, in order to gain something in life, you just lost your characteristics and who you are. So who are you? And I challenge you that if you think that you are so special and it's not an optical illusion, go out to the club and just look normal. Don't put on no makeup, don't put on anything. Then go back to that same club the same night, dress different with makeup and this, that, and the third. Look at the optical illusion. So if we take that instance and we make it on a broader scale, what do we have? We have the world teaching us an optical illusion of what we see on commercials, what we see on TV, what we believe with black and white. It doesn't make any sense. The AIDS thing was Charlie Sheen. Guess what? The percentages are so high with blacks and Latinos that you would think that the whole population was dead. But we don't see people dying like that of black AIDS. And then if you go and you ask any of your friends or any people around you, they're going to say the same thing. They're going to say, no, I don't know anybody. But look at that, Charlie Sheen. It's an optical illusion to trick the masses, to keep suppression and to keep people suppressed and down. So once you accept that optical illusion, you just cursed yourself and took in that sorcery. Fake it until you make it. That phrase right there is an optical illusion that once you take those words and ingest them inside of you and accept them, you end up making yourself think that you can fake it and make it all the way through life. You're never going to get up to a certain level because you're stuck on that phrase. And anybody that studies psychology 1 and 2, and all the elite know that. Give them a phrase, they'll be stuck on that phrase and they'll be stuck forever in this one position, just faking it until they make it. Because they won't know how to get out of that phrase, which is an optical illusion, which sets off a tone and an emotion and a personality in somebody. Let somebody go and come to this country. This is another optical illusion, all right, of suppression. How many people have came to this country whether it be Mexican, African, Spanish, or whoever. They've only been in this country for a little while. And then they'll look at you and they'll say, you are American, you've been here all your life. I don't understand why you can't have what I have. Because the world has been taught that it's an optical illusion that we get treated bad and certain races, certain people have to live and be a certain way. So they will never get anywhere. Plus, that is something that's stated in the Bible, that no matter what you go through, that either you're going to have to accept this side, that sign, and that behavior of the devil in order to be up there. People like Oprah Winfrey and all them, they've accepted that. So that's the reason why they're billionaires. The other people that don't want to cross over to the other side, they only make it but so far, and you never really hear of them. They'll make it up so far, and then all of a sudden it's like they dropped off the map. Because if you can't give up your true identity, anything that has to do with Yeshua the Christ or the Yahweh, the one true God, guess what? You can't roll with us rich people. And those that are pastors and preachers and driving around in Benzes and Rolls Royces and jets and living in billion and multi-million-dollar houses, they've accepted that side. Now, I'm not saying that you can't be fruitful and God won't bless you, but that's the trick and the scheme of things. If somebody that is preaching the word is not living a simple life and living right at their means and they're living way above their means, then that means they did, either they got blessed and they're not helping out a community with living over their means. And they're not really doing too much and you're not seeing them do too much. Guess what? That means they accepted. They accepted the side of the optical illusion of having that to make them feel importance. They've lost focus of what Yeshua was preaching and teaching because he said that the root is all evil. Now let's go back to the optical illusion of what all of this stuff going on in the world is about. Money, power, jealousy, envy. All of the things that God and Yeshua spoke about. So let's get the optical illusion out of our lives and what things are, all right? Because you have a lot of people that have an identity crisis that have been given an optical illusion of and using a religion and a faith for political and economical gain, and then you have the other ones that are just accepting it because they're so caught up with drama in their life that is being put in, which is another optical illusion. And before I go, I would like to use this one example of